How you doing, Heidel?
Word.
Jesus, you were fast, man.
Are you happen to catch me with my phone in my hand?
Oh, I just sent one to Mr. Lippitt. Maybe send one to Haganti too. Let's have a look. Should start these streams off with a welcome message in the chat saying, "Welcome to the greatest freak show on earth."
There you go.
Oh, we get the mad Air Force guy from Negros. We got the Texas stud. Here's some. How's this lost? I can't think of his name, but you know the guy that used to be in charge of all the historical stuff in Egypt on the pyramids. You know the guy I'm talking about?
I I wouldn't be able to recall his name, but I remember watching different documentaries or whatever that talked about him. But I would.
It seems that he's been removed from that position. Ah, there you go. There's Andy. Andy, hang on, mate. All right, Cobb, we got to get the link out to you because I'm sure Lost is fucking dying to talk to you or dying for me to
Oh,
translate.
Kui Kaba.
I don't know what's going on, Andy, but there you go, Andy. There's a link for you. I've been getting requests, Andy, of you singing 99 Problems, but a bitch ain't one of them. But I refuse to make this a karaoke channel.
Good on you.
No worries, Andy. Cool.
So is there conspiracy behind the guy losing
I
his
don't
position of?
I don't know, but he always did come over as being very arrogant. I, like I remember the incident with Robert Schoch and Graham Hancock. He seemed he just didn't want to have a bar of anything they had to say. And okay, with Graham Hancock, I can understand that. Graham Hancock is just a writer who puts things together, but Robert Schoch is a very well respected geologist.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
so I'm
Yeah,
just
well,
wondering.
all this new evidence is kind of coming out about Egypt.
Yes.
That not just him, but a lot of the different geologists and excuse me, and different scientists are coming out, and they're all starting to agree with the water erosion theory, I guess.
Well, they had to
And
come around to it sooner or later.
yeah, but a lot of the old school Egyptologists, if that's what it's called, they're hesitant to move to it.
Oh, hesitant, mate. They were totally arrogant. Totally arrogant.
Well, apparently a lot more. Well, yeah, for sure. Many of them are, but apparently a lot more are coming around to the idea. So
Well, I
when you
mean,
when you first come up, if anybody first comes up with a pretty good theory, at first you just want to be like, and then you start reading people's papers and looking at the scientific data and all that kind of stuff, and you start going, okay,
Yeah.
kind of like the
Everything.
Catholic. Hey, Kuikaba!
Come
What's going on, Andy? But
I
like for the church, I think pretty sure the Catholic Church now accepts evolution, as its theory now. For an example, you just can't argue with the
well,
data.
the bottom line.
you can.
No. The bottom line is if I'm looking at say a rock formation, and an Egyptologist tells me something about that, and a geologist tells me something about that, there's no debate. I'm going to listen to the geologist. Yeah, yeah. It's
Well, you got to remember the Egyptianologist people, they're going off of all the information they've had from other geologists in the past that said it was, from the wind and, the sand scarring the sides and, all the other data
I
that
don't.
was out prior to.
No, 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 no. I don't think they ever had a geologist really look into it. It was always the information that they had, which was very little, off of tablets and such. They, for the most part, they were guessing a lot of stuff lost.
Oh yeah, agreed. But if you listen to the geologist, I can't remember his name. If you listen to him speak, especially on the Joe Rogan show, that was one of the things they were going off of, like the wind erosion and
Oh,
sand
you're talking about
erosion, those type of things.
you're talking about Robert Schock.
Yeah, I guess so. I can't remember the names.
Yeah, Robert
Even
Schock
though
is
I've
the guy.
even though I've listened to him talk many different times, I always forget his name.
Yeah, Robert Schock. That's the geologist who came up with the water erosion theory. It's, and how are you, Andy?
Yeah, pretty good. Thanks, and yourself.
Yeah, not too bad, mate. I can't complain. Life's pretty good at the moment, mate, and
Yeah,
got my
no,
got my little got my little Californian honey, and
yeah, no, always a good thing, I guess. Yeah.
hopefully get to
Oh, more fun if she's in Australia, though. That's
yeah.
the only
Well,
thing I've thought about this fucking long-term thing. They're always in the wrong place.
I'm going to talk to her mum soon, so yeah, it's a bit hard to just expect her to pack up and come over here
Yeah,
before the
well,
family knows what's going on and
unless what do they call it? Elope.
elope. No, 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 uh,
You're not interested in shotgun weddings, I imagine.
no, no, no.
Again,
I,
yeah,
I told I've told her as soon as she comes over here, I'll put a ring on her finger, mate. So
No, geez,
hey?
that's way too serious for just an online
Yeah,
relationship.
no, you're selling us a fucking way too serious. That's the problem with the world. Like that.
no, well, I mean,
Yeah, no, I know, you're the marrying kind. See,
well,
I
yeah.
imagine. See where I'm fucking. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I
Well,
promise.
not
I'll
even just not even
never
just
put
being
a
the
fucking ring
marrying
on your
kind.
finger. I promise I'll never put a ring on anyone's finger.
Nah, I know a lot of people make jokes about it, but Lost will tell you it's not a bad thing, man. It's
No,
You know.
marriage is fine. I'm just talking about. I'm kind of
Yeah.
hesitant
No.
of the
You know,
way to go about getting married. There's a.
well, it's just.
I think Mark is full aware of my stance on my relationships. They're not
It,
a real relationship until you actually have a real personal relationship.
exactly. That's why we got to wait till we meet. But nothing to say that online can't be real. You just got to make it real, and then
plenty of people have done it.
that's
Oh,
right.
yeah, I agree. Plenty of people have done it. No, I don't like the idea that people dive head first into an online relationship without truly knowing the person in a personal manner, together, not just online, because you only see a person in front of a screen. It's not like you're interacting with them, seeing mannerisms, all those type of things. There's a lot of things that are a lot different in person than they are just looking at a screen. Obviously, you can develop feelings for someone and care for someone and really get to know a person online, which I have. I totally agree with those type of things. But as far as a real relationship, it's just not a real relationship. It's it's the old school pen pals, but you actually have video to talk to each other.
Yeah, well, that's why it's so important to get her over here and spend that time together.
Yeah, could be fun.
So you planning on bringing her there, or are you going to come over here?
Hey, Crystal, that was hey Popeye. That all these messages just popped up. Must be some lag in the chat. Um, well, hopefully, get her to travel over here for a holiday because she's never really been out the US except for Mexico. So I'd like to get her here first.
Cool.
Hey, Rayman. Popeye, if you want, I'll throw the link in there for you, champ. But um, all good here, Rayman. The thing is, you're dead right about you can get to know somebody, and hey, Amani, you can get to know somebody and learn about each other, but until you're actually together, um, that's the real test, I guess. But
Yeah.
Yeah, of
I'm,
course.
I'm pretty sure I know what I want, and
But
Crystal,
I agree. As
she
a
wants.
guy who has done a shit ton of online dating before I got married, it is a good way to weed out a lot of the nonsense for sure.
It is, yeah, it is, and you get to know, um, you know, how do I say this? You get to know what you're both looking for. You can you can sort that out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's all right. You probably just got more
I
faith
mean,
in humanity than me.
Andy, give us some as a bachelor for life. Give us some relationship advice.
uh,
Pardon? No, buddy. What are you fucking talking about here? I'm a confirmed bachelor. There's a little bit of a fucking difference. I've chosen freedom over everything else.
hang on, Andy. I'm going to take you to task there because I had freedom as a married person. I mean,
Oh, no, you haven't. You got
You don't have as much.
responsibility,
Let me tell you what. No, I agree with Andy. You don't have
family.
as much freedom as
You've got
as a single
responsibilities to
guy. That's
your
for
family.
sure.
The only responsibility I have is to me.
I don't. I enjoyed, looking
That's
after.
right, but it depends on your definition of what freedom is. I mean, hell, realistically, I'm not. We're not free. I've got the doggo. Okay, I call him Tsar. They reckon that's where. Well, Tsar originally was Caesar, and he acts like a little fucking god.
Hey, sister.
Look at me now, like a lunatic. I have to let him out, I think.
You call him a czar, like a Russian czar? Is that what you're
He's
saying?
the Tsar. His name is the
Junior.
Tsar.
Hey,
Yeah.
Junior.
Hey
Did
there,
that come from? Hey, MJ. Did that come from actually Caesar, a czar?
No,
yeah,
I've
no,
never heard that before.
Tsar
no.
comes from
The
Caesar.
Russian. I thought it was a Russian.
Yeah, no, but that's their name. It's after the word.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing, MJ?
What's happening? Oh, he's driving down the road. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm going to the gym a little bit, man.
Man, you need some new shocks, man. Jesus.
Huh? What happened?
Like
Hey,
you need some new
No,
shocks. That
nah,
camera's bumpy as hell.
it's the camera, man. It's one of these
Nah,
things
just
that they mount onto your mirror, and it's not stable. No matter how much I try to tighten it. Well, let me tighten it.
yeah. Nah, I was just I was fucking with you.
Uh, what's
Yeah,
up,
I've done
guys?
it in my truck a few times. Put it up there, and I tried to do some talk and drive videos, but that goddamn thing was so shaky.
Yeah, it's still
That-
shaky. Uh, so what's up, man? What are you guys up to? What are you guys talking about?
no.
Man, online relationships at the moment, but we were talking about.
Online relationships.
Don't,
Hmm.
What
don't
do you
you
mean?
start, MJ. Don't you
What do you
start.
mean like that? Those are like make believe relationships to me, man. I don't believe in the whole meeting a girl online and starting a relationship with them before even
No,
meeting them.
well, I think you kind of know where I stand. My stance is it's a good way to weed out a lot of bullshit, but never commit online.
Yeah, it's cool. You could be friends or whatever. Like I've done that. I've chopped it up with females. You you talk with them a little bit, and then you meet them, and then you know what I mean. But just
Yeah.
don't be like some other guys, man, who just they'll tell them how they love these women, and then these are women they've never even met in real life. It's that's just my thought on that.
The thing is, you if you delve into it, you'll find that there's lots of people that have had online relationships who are happily married these days with a family, and
Agreed. I know. I know plenty of those people, but even though I would still never advise a guy to commit to one person online when especially if you're traveling. Like, well, I'm going to use MJ as an example here. He was going to the Philippines for 3 months. There was no need for him to say, "I'm only going to go meet this one person only," and not keep options open for anything else. I would never recommend anybody ever do that.
no, and in MJ's case, definitely.
Not in
Oh
anybody's
no.
case. I would recommend you not do that.
Yeah.
See, my idea was even if I did go to the Philippines, it wasn't to do a sex pat thing anyway, you know.
No, no, no. It should no. First of all, vacation, especially as a single guy, it should be.
Yeah.
You want to go see another part of the world. You want to enjoy yourself, have fun. I'm sure MJ had a bucket list of things he wanted to do. Like for myself, when I traveled anywhere, I wanted to see these certain things. I wanted to travel these places, and everything else was secondary. These are the things I'm going to go do. And
Yeah.
then and Mark, you're well aware when you're a traveling single guy, it's easy to meet women. It's just it's a natural
Yeah.
thing. You're out and about, someone's there, you end up chit chatting some way or another. I mean, it's just a natural process I mean, assuming you're heterosexual, it's just a natural process just to meet other women. And yeah, I guess if you were
Plus, I
gay, it'd
think
be a natural process to probably run another gay dude.
plus
I
I
mean, it's
don't know.
just
I don't know how I don't know how guys do it. I would get very bored. Like I met a lot of women when I was in the Philippines, and I met one. You know what I mean? That I was kind of interested, even though I've been back. But you know what? It just seems I seem uninterested, man. If I'm not there with them in person, I don't know how people keep up with the talking online. I would just like it just gets bored. It gets boring to me, man. It's stuff. I
I,
get
I
uninterested. You know what I mean?
I think it comes down to your personality, and Andy will probably tell you that I was the married life suited me. That's the life that I enjoyed doing. I enjoyed supporting a family, and you know, that was
yeah.
when
There's nothing wrong with it. Thing. I mean, there's such a different variety of people. Some people do. They want to be in a relationship constantly. Some people even afraid to travel, to even go to another country, to maybe
No,
even
no.
meet someone else,
Not.
even
It's
take that
not that I don't
opportunity.
want to be in a relationship. It's just that I just can't carry on a relationship when it's long distance. Like if you're just talking through like through things like this or through video. I just
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just
That's
get
why I.
uninterested. You know
it's
what I mean?
hard.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
hard.
It is definitely hard, and that's why before I ever traveled, I'd only start maybe a month or two
Yeah,
online before
that's
I
what I did. That's what I did
because
a
now when I
lot.
first started traveling, I didn't do that. I would be there 6 months to a year before I knew I was taking a trip, and that was trial and error. Obviously, the things I tell you are the things I did. Of course, it's my own personal experiences, but
It doesn't happen often, but it can happen where you just meet somebody and you hit it off, and you know, it's like,
true. And
oops,
you're also here defending yourself. We're not trying to shit on what you got
Yeah,
going on there with Crystal either. So
I
no,
know.
no, no.
I
But
mean,
I tell you, it's weird because at one time I was talking about going to the Philippines and maybe meeting a Filipina, which that would have been all fine too. But the last thing I expected to be in a relationship with an American girl, and um, I tell you what, it's a different level because there's no culture differences, there's no language barrier there. Um,
oh, there's culture differences between Australians and Americans. What
no,
the
not
hell?
really.
Oh yeah, there is. Especially,
Yeah, of course
of
there is.
No,
course there
I
is.
see. I don't see. I've been to. I've spent 6 months over there, MJ, and
there is,
especially.
but it's minor compared to the Philippines or something like
Uh,
that.
well, it's yeah. Well, you say minor. I mean,
Well,
I
maybe between white Americans and white Australians, there's not much of a
Oh,
difference.
there you go with
But if
that
you're
white
talking,
shit again.
At least he's consistent, I
no,
guess.
no, 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 no. What I'm saying is, there's gonna be culture differences if you're talking to like if you're in a relationship with a Mexican American and just a regular Caucasian American.
Caucasian.
I'll say
I see how
Caucasian.
you say that, man.
I prefer it when you say crack. I prefer it when you say cracker.
Oh, I'll say cracker next time, man.
You're my favorite little brown fucker there, MJ.
No, but you get what I'm saying, though, right? There's gonna be a difference. There's a little bit of
Ah,
a
look,
difference.
yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, there's for sure, but um, at the end of the day, I tell you what, and I think Lost hit on it. It's a minor difference compared to say having a relationship with someone from the Philippines. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. That's true. That's true. But uh, like I didn't find it hard. Philippines, I think, is really easy to adapt to. I mean, for some people, it's not. I know some people are like little girls and they get mosquito bites, and now all of a sudden, I mean, what? I've never heard of a guy go inside the hospital for a mosquito bite, and now they're inside the hospital for days on end. Man, I've never.
You know, the thing, MJ too. I think some guys go over there with a attitude that every girl's going to fall over them there, uh, and
It's
they're
not like that. Not like that.
disrespectful. And no, but I'm saying they go over there with that attitude, and they're disrespectful. They don't want to involve themselves in that culture. You know,
Yeah.
I can
Oh
see
yeah,
lots
yeah,
of
yeah.
issues.
You have guys over there that have been there apparently 8 to 10 years and don't even speak the language, but apparently they know the culture. And yeah, I know there's guys like that out there, man. But yeah, it's not like that, man. Not every girl's just gonna fall over, in love with these guys
No,
and
of
do it.
course not. I would say maybe 10 years or so ago, it probably was a little more
Yes,
like that
not
before
no,
the influx of so many travelers. But yeah, that's
not no.
becoming less and less now.
Now maybe if you're out in the province somewhere, maybe yeah, but
Yeah.
don't go to
I'll tell you,
secluded.
when I first went to Colombia 8 years ago, man, it's drastic because I'd say in the past 3 years, man, we're getting a lot more people going to Colombia now for sure. Seeing a lot
Yeah,
more foreigners down there.
yeah.
Well, I know for a fact when Lost and Nomad stepped off the plane, there was like 60 women there yelling, screaming, losing their mind.
Hey, how'd you know that?
I know all this shit.
I mean, some of them Filipinos, they smell that money coming off those airplanes, man. They're
Hang on,
not stupid.
Rain Man just made a good point to something you said. He said, "So you never heard of people going to the hospital from a mosquito bite? Have you heard of
No,
dengue, West Nile fever, or
no, he
malaria?"
doesn't have that. He doesn't have that.
Hey, Chicken Chucker, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, but what I'm talking about,
who got bit by mosquito?
the bellhop, man, the bellhop got bit
Oh,
mosquito,
jeez.
and now all of a sudden his legs swell up like he has lymphedema or something. Or, I
Oh,
don't
you know
know,
what?
man.
I'll tell you what, if his leg massively swollen, that might have been a spider bite.
It's not no mosquito bite. I got bit up when I first got there. I bought mosquito repellent and all that shit. The shit didn't work. But I'd say after 2 weeks of the mosquito bites, my body got adapted to it and didn't bother me no more.
No, well, there's all different things the mosquitoes that do carry things. But if he's swelling up real bad, I'm willing to bet that's a spider bite, brown
Sounds like
recluse or something like that, because
it's a
that has
little,
happened to
little,
me. I'm
just a
here to
little.
tell you that happened to me. My legs swelled up like a fucking watermelon, son,
You
from a
should have
spider
put a
bite.
band. You could have put a band-aid on it. Now you could have been good to go, man.
Jesus.
A band-aid. Hey, my leg's the size of a watermelon right now. I'm gonna put a band-aid over it.
How are you doing, Pop? How are you doing, Popeye?
I'm
I'm
doing
fine.
pretty good, and you guys are talking about mosquito bites and shit. Let me tell you, one night I was in the Wild Irish Rose Bar up in Barrio, and I went into the head to see
Wait
a
a
man
minute.
about
Before
a.
you continue with your story, I'm willing to bet that's not a mosquito bite.
Well, let me finish. Come
The
on.
bathroom. It's the bathroom, Popeye, not the head, man. It's the bathroom.
Like I said, I went into the head, see a man about a horse, and I, I felt something pinch my dick, and I thought nothing of it because I was 3 sheets to the wind drinking San Miguel. And the next morning I woke up, man, my pecker was all swollen up. I had no choice. I had to go to fucking medical, man. And a fucking mosquito bit my
It's called a
ass.
hard
And,
on. About time you got one.
yeah. And my shit was all swollen up. I had to go to medical. Well, the doctors at QB Point, they were just laughing their asses off. They thought it was fucking hilarious, but they gave me some antibiotics, and they said, "You sure you weren't doing something else?" I said, "No, man, I'm telling you, right?" And so when the swelling finally went down, they could see the mosquito bite. But they my shit swelled up so much they had to get a crane to lift it and inspect it. And but all good with Popeye after that. So mosquitoes can be a little dangerous in the Philippines.
Yeah, and there's nothing to say that he didn't have an allergic reaction. So,
Yeah,
any
but I think MJ is just saying that the guy's a hypochondriac.
That was quite a precision mosquito bite, Popeye.
It was, man. I couldn't believe it, man. I whipped it out and that little fucker landed right on it. And I was like, holy shit, this ain't an airstrip, dude.
you got to
I
stop.
couldn't believe it.
You got to stop putting honey on it, mate.
Yeah,
I think most people get it like after about a few weeks of being there.
You're dropping out, MJ.
yeah, you're 10-1 and broken, man.
Andy, what have you been doing?
I think they get adapted to it.
Me?
Well, yeah,
Oh, yeah, I fucking. Same old thing. What's the shit?
actually, I don't know if you've seen the end of the last stream, but I don't know. You must have hit a chord with Popeye, mate, because Popeye said if anyone messes with you, mate, he's going to do a Popeye live on them.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. You're under my protection now, Andy. Anybody fucks with you, they got to deal with me, man.
Yeah, he's gonna throw around his mosquito bite cock on him.
That's right, man. Bet your happy ass I will. Hey, I gotta tell you though, Thunder, I hid that Heidel Strassel. He's from your channel. He's a doxer. He fabricates stories. The channel was made March 31st, 2019. And I got a bad feeling I know who that is. What do you think,
Well,
Rain Man? Do you think I know who that is?
I think I know who that is.
well, you got the wrench, mate. So I'd already
Well,
put the.
I just wanted you to let you know so if he pops up with another name and says, Popeye hid me from the channel, my feelings are hurt, can you unblock me? I see some of these fuckers do. But I think Rain Man knows who he is. Rain Man knows a lot. He's a sarcastic little fucking bitch. Yeah.
Well, there's a few of us around.
Yeah.
When am I going to get my wrench, man? Fuck.
I don't know. You're gonna have to earn it, MJ.
Yeah, quit being a racist. How about that?
So
yeah, quit
You and your
saying
quarter
white
cracker
people.
ass.
Yeah, I
I'm
think.
saying white people with bile in your mouth, man. Jesus.
Oh, what am I supposed to say?
Mr. Cracker to you.
These light
Yeah.
complected people? What am I saying? Light complected people? Or what am I supposed to say?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Be politically correct. You should call us Caucasians.
Of course, why do you have to call us any fucking thing?
See, the problem I got is that you're a fake Mexican anyway because you're American.
No.
No, you're American.
Oh, of course I'm an American, but how am I a fake?
Fuck.
How would you?
I proved to MJ the other day that I'm more Latin than he is.
European, maybe. But that's the
Hey,
Spanish.
I like you still the same, MJ. I think you're all right, man.
There's because that's the Spanish version, I think, last time.
Well, of course that last
Has,
name is actually comes from Spain, so yes.
yeah. No, but the last letter is different than the norm. What
Nah,
you normally.
that's just when they came over. The Portuguese actually started putting the that letter on the end.
Ah, I
Anyway, damn white
Don't,
damn white people screwing everything up for everybody.
they're
Jesus,
ruining
lost
everything.
you. Of all the people to dox yourself to, you had to do it to MJ.
Uh, oh, he
No,
knows
yeah,
my name.
honestly, if anybody really wanted to know my name, and there's a few people actually really know my name.
I mean,
If
he knows my
someone
name.
really, really needed to know it, it's not that hard. I mean, you can search
Yeah.
for probably an hour or so online and figure it out. So
Uh,
I
I
think
mainly do it because we know there's a bunch of jackasses here. And I want to protect my family, more than
yeah.
myself, really.
But some people don't care. Some people think it's cool to dox people, I guess. I mean, because like, this is what I tell people. I know why they get mad. I've heard for other, people spew nonsense on their lives. I know they say, well, if you're out there, making fun of people or attacking people, well, making fun of people and bagging on people is completely different than doxing people.
I agree.
That is a
How you doing?
that is a complete. I mean, if someone's making fun of you, then make fun of them back. You know what I mean? Defend yourself, make fun of them back, but
Yep.
don't do
Yeah,
something
yeah,
criminal. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I agree too. If you're going to be kind of a public figure a little bit, making YouTube channels, whatever, you got to be
Yeah,
prepared for a little scrutiny. But yeah,
yeah.
doxing is totally not cool though.
Yeah, look,
I
mate.
mean, I don't do that. You've never heard me. You've never heard me threaten anybody. You've never heard me
Hey,
dox anybody.
you called me
I,
autistic, you bastard.
yeah, but that's not threatening. I've never threatened anybody, man. I don't do that, man. That's not the
uh,
way I was raised.
See, for me, that's just funny, and
That's that's pretty that's pretty mild, Thunder, calling you autistic and other stuff he said.
Fuck, I've been called a lot worse than
I
autistic.
know.
I'll take that any day. Jesus H. Christ.
Well, I didn't say autistic. I called you Down syndrome. I said there's a lot of Down syndrome running around in Australia. That's what I
Oh,
said.
dude, you called him Corky Romano?
Corky.
no, I didn't hear
Yeah,
that.
there's
WAE.
a lot of Corkies in the YouTube community, man.
No, look, I honestly think there's some guys that don't belong on this platform. If if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen, sort of thing.
Yeah, you
A
get
lot of
butter.
a lot of guys they don't know. Yeah, they get butt hurt, man, and they don't yeah.
To be honest, there's enough channels out there where you can hang out where they don't have that shit going on anyway, really. But I kind of I expect it here. I don't mind everyone having a different opinion, and I don't care if you don't like each other and if you want to bust each other's balls. But there's certain rules. Don't cross that line, and everything should be fine.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't
I
be
mean,
fucking friends with everybody, man.
No, you
no,
can't.
you can't. I see you guys, you bust each other's balls on here, but it's all in good fun and jest and shit. And I think that's pretty good, man. You know?
That's how it should be. But I agree with MJ, and I know you agree too, Popeye, and Lost is the same. But this idea of doxing and attacking people's families, that's fucked up. That's really
Wow,
fucked up.
they're taking it way over the line, dude. And you can see my channel. I put up what doxing's all about and how it's illegal. I also put up there where a lawyer who's well respected, speaks and says, about libel and slander and how when you make yourself a public figure, which many have done here on YouTube, that you're not going to get anywhere in court and you're just going to have to suck it up, buttercup, to put it in the short.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then some guys out there holding other people accountable, just because they're in a chat room and say somebody else says something out of line. That's none of my business, man, what another man says. I'm not gonna tell another man, hey man, you shouldn't say that. If they're their own man and they say what they say.
Mm-hmm.
And to hold other people accountable just because of what some other, or woman, you don't never know what they say in a chat. I mean, that's stupid.
Look, here we go. Here we got a wanker in there now. Let's get him a link, eh?
Oh, the crazy Belgian. Oh my God.
Yeah, Terry, you. Oh
Yeah,
no.
man, I heard Ed getting attacked the other day, man, and I thought that was kind of horseshit, man. Why is Ed gonna be at fault for what some other guys say, in a chat? I think that's kind of fucked up.
Well, look, let's be fair. Ed's old enough and big enough to hold his own. If he says things, he's got to be responsible for saying those shit. And at the end of the day, like I said, no one's going to agree with each other. We all got different opinions.
But you don't think that someone should be judged or someone should be shunned like that just because he's in a chat and some other guy says some shit, and because Ed or anybody else didn't say anything, they're going to be at fault for it?
I think,
I mean,
MJ, what it came down to was something Ed made a comment on a video. That's what it may have been about.
so is the
But
Munchkin is he like a police officer? Is he like a DEA agent where he's like on every chat?
well,
Fucking.
he's allowed his opinion, and Ed asked me the other day whether he's welcome here, and Ed's always welcome here. I'm not going to judge Ed on what other people think about him. Ed will always have a place on this panel, mate.
I mean, I know he says, he doesn't like that, but I think it's kind of hypocritical. I mean, you hear the guy, he's friends with a guy who has doxed people. He's friends with a guy who has helped child molesters, and you know what I'm talking about, man. I think, isn't that being a hypocrite?
Fuck! What is it with this cunt, man?
What?
What about some C cup?
He just carries on about shit, and then carries on about people saying other shit when he says all kinds of shit himself.
No. There's a difference between shit stirring and attacking people. And
Yeah,
see,
exactly.
Andy, you missed a lot of the stuff that happened months ago, mate.
That's what I say, fuck all. You know what I mean? Most of the time.
A lot of
Just from what I fucking get here. That's all. I've just heard this cunt call us all. Didn't know what to fucking call us, and now he's carrying on about some other cunt. You know what I mean?
Take it down a notch, Cobby.
I think you're on the
Oh,
outside
Cooey
looking
Cobb.
in, man.
Hello, wankers.
Hey.
Hey, Kiwi wanker.
How you doing, Pascal?
Pascal, what's
I'm fine.
happening?
I'm just at home, just home from work. So I open
Get
my
back
laptop.
out there and make some more money.
Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day, huh? So, do somebody knows about the PK? He was in the Philippines, and he want to go to he wants to go to Sentai 7, but BK sent a message to me. Sentai 7 let him in the gold standing.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not the first
look
time.
at it, Pascal. As soon as he comes in there, he starts with the drama right out the bat.
Pascal, man, I would link up with. If I knew Pascal was in the Philippines, that's a guy I'd link up with, man. You could tell he's cool people. You know what I mean?
Hey, Trusty.
Hey, Trusty, fuck yourself, man.
What's up, Trusty?
I'll tell you what. If Pascal doesn't tell you to fuck yourself, there's a problem. I don't think he likes you.
No, we are here to enjoy ourselves, and that's all. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Pascal's one of those guys, man. He don't get butt hurt or nothing like that, man. You know. So.
But I don't care nothing. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. You know, that's how everyone should be. I can give a fuck less if somebody's. You know, I don't care, man. You know.
Still
If every
Pascal, man. Pascal, man, you got 0 fucks to give.
yeah, if everybody was like me, there was no problem in the community.
Be a perfect
Pascal would
fucking
be one of
world,
them
wouldn't
guys.
it?
Pascal would be one of the guys you hang out at the bar, you get really drunk, and then you start running around picking up fat girls.
Yeah,
That sounds like a lot of fun, man. Sounds like a lot
Tons
of
of
fun.
fun. Tons of
I'll
fun,
hang
Papa.
out with Pascal any day, man. That sounds like fun, man. He's my kind of guy.
Yeah, man, Pascal's cool. That's why you could tell him. I know I heard him last time. He said, you know, if you have a problem with the guy, then if you meet him in person, then you handle it. I mean, don't be an idiot and don't be an idiot and put out how you're gonna assault somebody on YouTube. Why would you do that? So what the police could find out and you could be prosecuted just in case some shit happens. I mean, what kind of? I wasn't raised like that's the most stupidest thing somebody could do, threatening somebody online. So just in case some shit happens, and then you're gonna be fucking in trouble. That's
yeah, that's
Yeah. The best course of action is challenge to a boxing match.
exactly. Exactly, man.
I'll just bring you back in the Navy there, buddy, and I'll take you down to the fan room and violate you. What do you think of that, huh?
Jesus, Popeye.
People threatening people like shit like that on YouTube is stupid.
Sounds pretty kinky, Popeye. Should I bring the mosquitoes?
Yeah, bring the mosquitoes, man.
Hey, Trust, what's your problem?
Hello, Popeye, MJ, T-Bird, and Lost, and fuck you, Pascal. From Trusty.
Damn. Love letters from Trusty Shellback.
Hey,
I'm kind of offended. Trusty didn't tell me to fuck off.
Give it
Oh,
time.
I'll help you. I'll fuck off, Lost. Okay. There you go. Feel better now?
You still mining, Pascal?
What?
Are you still mining Bitcoin?
Yeah. It's going up now a little bit, but not good enough, huh?
About 5,000 right now, huh?
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that little Litecoin surge I just had. That was nice.
Yeah, I got out at 70 because I was buying them at $59-$60, and I just got out. Well, I got out a couple of days back at like 74. What, yesterday?
But for me, I live on my account, and it's just like I have to say a savings account. I look like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Hey, Pascal, do you have money?
Money? I never had money.
Yeah,
I'm a poor man.
Can I have your money, Pascal?
Papa, you know I live in a bamboo house, so.
Come on, man. I had to hawk my Xbox, man. Can I have your money?
Maybe I can send you an Xbox One or something if you want.
All right. Thank you, Pascal.
I tell you what was weird, and I'm sure MJ and Popeye are going to love this one. I actually took the time to watch a certain vlogger who's moving from Davao to Cebu, and he doesn't like Davao because the bars and that are closed too early and things like that. But when you don't have a lot of money, I would have thought that would have suited you perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, if they roll this,
I think he has not a lot of money. It's his problem. It's not my problem. But one of his videos, because I don't watch much videos anymore. But he says something after 2-3 months he gets his money from YouTube. So the minimum I think they can send you is starting from €75 or something. So that's not much.
I think when your life is in 2 bags, you know, and if they roll up the sidewalks at 18:30 and that should suit you just fine. I mean, but maybe somebody misses El Gecko. I don't know.
Well, like you gotta understand in Deval, man, you can't mooch. There's no mooching in Deval. It's not the big influx of foreigners and Americans and all and whatnot. Going to Deval, you don't have that. In Cebu, you have that. You have fucking
Cebu's full.
thousands.
That's
Go to
full.
Mango Square. You could go to Mango Square and he could leech off somebody for the day, bum drinks and smokes and get a little bit of food. You can't do that in Deval. He can't do that.
So you're saying Davao is a mooch-free zone?
Yes, and Cebu is mooching land, man. You can mooch a lot in Cebu, man.
Yeah, if you're walking up Mango Square, you only see a foreigner in the evening.
Yeah, in Deval, it's not like that, man. It's not like that. No.
Well,
That's his business.
that's true.
I mean, and what did I heard it's because he can't smoke out in public, or he just needs to mooch, man. He's broke, and Cebu City, there's a lot more people that are willing to help him out and give him money, man. I think that him and the Munchkin probably had a falling out, and they.
Hey, but if you want to be friends with me, you have to send me money first.
Okay, all right. Hey, Thunder, I got a slightly used Xbox that's rarely ever been plugged in because the guy who owned it couldn't afford electricity. I'll give it to you for the low price of $19.95.
You sure it hasn't had water dropped in it?
I don't think so. I don't think any little Filipino kids were hanging around it.
Hey,
has it been touched by mythical cave-dwelling creatures?
No. I talked to Neptune last night, and he blessed it, so it's all good.
All right, good.
And
got rid of
the girls in Deval also, man, they're a little bit different than the girls in Cebu. They're not party girls that much. They're more conservative.
Are you saying they don't have peanut butter legs?
Man, they're not like that, man.
Huh? You know what that is?
Maybe that's peanut butter. What do you mean by peanut butter legs?
Yeah, easy to spread.
If you put the peanut butter on it, everybody goes on.
Yeah, man. They're not like that. They're looking for something more serious, and that's probably another reason why he's having problems over there. I mean, they're not going to take him serious. I mean,
yeah, they're not going to.
My personal opinion is that word gets around there pretty quick, I reckon. And...
Oh yeah, small. Everybody. That's another thing over there in Davao, man, because there's not a lot of foreigners. It's like the type of area where kind of everybody kind of knows everybody a little bit, especially within the expat, the foreigner community there. Man. So the word gets around quick. And
I got a feeling that might be part of it too. Word gets around, and he's probably finding it harder to find himself someone to shack up with.
Yeah, if you got March Madness mouth, the Final Four is in your fucking head. I don't think any of those Davao girls want to, do a little FaceTime with them.
And the Davao girls are very nice, very nice. That's what I noticed too. And Davao, they're a lot nicer than they. I mean, of course, there's a lot of nice girls in Cebu too, but Davao girls are a little bit more nicer, more a little bit more family oriented, conservative. You're gonna find a wifey type in Davao more than you're gonna find it in Cebu City or Manila or whatever.
You know what, MJ? That's probably one of the only times I've heard you say something really positive.
What do you mean? I always say positive things.
No, but
there is some good in MJ, man. I have hope for him.
Hey, Mexican Jew, how was your boxing? Still training?
Nah, well, that was when I was in Cebu, man. I was when I was going to the gym. They had a little boxing coach and a little just do like little bag work and glove work. But I'm already back in California. I'm already back in California, man. So I'm actually doing the CrossFit thing right now, man. I signed up to a CrossFit gym, do a little CrossFit.
That's a good idea, MJ. That's a really good
Well,
idea.
I used to do CrossFit, man, before I had my knee injury, like 3-4 years back. I was big into CrossFit. I liked it.
No, gonna be one of them weirdo CrossFit people.
I'm, I,
Those
I'm
people
get,
are gonna be the worst, by the way.
I think when Mexican Joe punch, give a punch, he has a lot of kilos behind it.
oh yeah, MJ'd have the weight behind him. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He's just a little bit heavy in his feet. That's all.
That's been
Yeah,
a while,
okay.
man.
You cannot have all, huh?
Yeah.
Well, he can. He's still young, mate. He can work on all that.
Yeah, but it's good. I like it. I like that when I see people training for something.
I
Yeah.
sent pictures of some Subic City girls to MJ, and I don't know. I told him this is the one to hook up with, but he doesn't seem to move on it, man. No.
Hey, Popeye, R is coming back or what?
Oh, I gave a little announcement here on the Thunder channel, and if Thunder would let me do it again, I'll give you another announcement.
Yeah, go for it, Popeye.
All right, the Alliance and the High Council and the Inner Circle of RRR are now in negotiations for its return.
That's good.
This is the great and powerful Popeye. So you know, everybody hide, all you cockroaches. And a decision will be made shortly. Okay.
I think
Yeah.
Are there any
I'd,
other channels trying to rally the
What's
troops,
it?
man, again?
I would rather them stuck to their word and they had their year of drama, and that should have been it. I think.
No, I think no, because look, there are a few vloggers. They deserve the RRR. You know what I mean?
What the hell is he
So
talking
how do you
about?
think I should vote, Thunder? Should I vote nay or yay?
Look,
I
Popeye,
I do I do yeah.
I honestly, it's got to be totally up to you. But personally, I don't know. The drama thing gets old, mate.
Drama thing gets told. All right, man.
Well, it's time for new drama, Thunder. It's time
What's
for
going on?
yeah.
No, it'll be the same old drama.
All right, Andy. What it was last year, 2018. At the beginning of 2018, there was a channel started up called Riff Raff Radio. They called it the Year of Drama, where I don't know how to put this, but I guess they were judging and commenting on certain vloggers, mainly concentrated in the Philippines. And
Now the intent of Riff Raff Radio was to go
Hello,
after
Big Bat.
now the intent was to go after the money grabbers.
the thing was,
Yes.
Andy, some of it was really good. Some of their shows were not just entertaining, but they were, gave out some good information on people. Other times it just became a little bit too much towards the hate thing.
Yeah.
So it was good and bad, I guess, for me anyway.
Yeah.
Hello, wankers. Hello, Popeye. Hello,
Hey,
brown
Andy.
Mexican.
For me, it's like this. If RRR is coming back, they have to focus on all those wankers who's taking money from the people and things like that, scammers.
I think they should focus on you, Pascal.
Hang on,
Okay,
and Andy, what happened was, and I'll just fill you in a little bit here. The one vlogger who copped a lot from Riff Raff Radio was a guy who he made his way from the US. He was living in a tent pretty well.
You guys have told me of this couple before.
Yeah, and what he did when he was over there, he got in a really bad way and asked for people to send him money so he could fly back to the United States. Well, he got that money to fly back to the United States, and instead of using it for that, he partied with it, and he's still there.
That's a bit worried.
That's one way of putting it.
No, it's a polite way.
Yeah.
it's very simple. The people who do like that, they deserve RRR. It's like that. You have to be honest. If
Oh
it's your
yeah,
Well,
I
friend,
hear you, baby. I
if
hear you,
it's your
baby.
if it's your friend or not, I don't care. I also sometimes I talk to Obama, but
Honesty is the best policy.
I have no problem with him. Only when you start take money from people for something else, you say it's for this,
Yeah,
and you do something else with it. Fuck you, then, okay?
yeah, fuck you. I absolutely agree.
okay, WAE just said that's not the whole story, but whatever. Well, WAE, what is the whole story, mate? Fill us in, because that's how I've seen it.
No, let's not go through the whole story again. Let's not do it.
Not
Okay.
again. Like,
How about that?
kill
No.
Ed. You fucking
There is a lot
bastard.
more going on with that, but let's not rehash it.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, Trusty, again, like some of that shit you got in there, it's hard to prove. So let's not make this a fucking a riff-raff day. So let's just have a bit of fun and
Yeah,
knock
most of the reason
knock.
guys are coming over here to your channel, Thunder, is to kind of avoid a lot of that to begin with.
Yeah, let's just knock each other around.
Yeah, nah, the riffraff's here though. You got lost. These riffraffs were fucking sure. Ed is God. Fuck me. If that bloke's not riffraff, I don't know fucking what is. Hey there, you uneasy speaking bar. Hey, come on, speak some English for me, Ed.
Hello, Andy. How the hell are you?
I'm excellent, Ed. And yourself?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
That's good. That's good to hear, man.
I tell you what, mate, this must be confusing the shit out of people listening to Ed and Andy have a conversation. We need two translators.
Oh, you son of a...
I understand. I understand Ed.
That's
all
right.
that matters, isn't it? Ed understands me. That's all really fucking matters, I guess.
Well, you one up on me, Andy. Fucking Ed doesn't speak English, mate.
I do speak English. I'm the only one
Where's Andy? Where's Andy
I'm
from?
the only one who speaks English. You got Papa who speaks Bostonian.
Where,
You got the
where's Andy
Mexican
from?
Jew that speaks
Andy,
California. What?
Andy's Australian.
But is he like
I
from the
know,
red? Is he from like the redneck area of Australia? Or?
No, he's not from the redneck area.
No, he's from Sweet Adeline. He's from
That's
Adeline, like the wanker.
Actually, when you talk redneck, that would be Higanti. Higanti's up in the redneck area, up in Darwin.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
I thought
like
rednecks in Australia were bogans.
Not really, nah. You got your bogans, and then you got your country people. Totally two different types of people. Bogans are more like I guess what you come from less affluent areas. These guys, Popeye, are the ones that rip the back seat out of a car and put it out the front of their house and sit out the front of their house and drink alcohol.
Oh,
Hey,
that's a
speaking of
redneck in America all day.
Yeah.
I used to have a couch in front of my house back in the day.
Speaking of rednecks, that tank top redneck tan you had going on in the Philippines there, MJ. We saw that.
What?
That tank top sunburn redneck
I don't
tan.
I'm brown, man. I get brown, bro.
I saw you looking pretty red there. That's classic redneck. Redneck sunburn.
I like what Go Bobo's sister just wrote. Run, Forrest, run. Oh, shit.
I don't know. I've never seen my little brown brother wear a wife beater there, Lost.
Well, the wife beater's usually white. He wore like the gray ones and maybe black.
At the end, all the good people stay together, and the channel stays up with no problems.
Nobody know what you just said.
Holy shit.
Hey, you don't have to run anymore. You already ran across the border. You're in the States. You don't have to run no more.
Not me, man.
He's running to Cebu.
He's training for the re-entry.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, Andy, I was thinking on starting a new channel, and I'm going to call it the Justice League. And I'm going to let all the butthurt mofos from the RRR days come and, express their grievances. It'll be kind of like a therapy for them,
Yeah. What? But what's going on? Can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fucking I don't know with this fucking thing, you see.
Hey, won't you fucking know it's bigger?
Hey?
No, I know.
You do? Yeah, you don't. You think you know? What do you know?
I know some things. What you want to know about?
Oh well, nah. We can
I know you're a wanker.
Oh fucking. Yeah, you'd be right there.
Well, tell us something about Lost in Nomad that everybody would be titillized to know.
Oh,
He likes big booties and big boobs.
He's lost.
But everybody knows that already.
Well,
Lost in Nomad is just lost.
I think he was lost. I think he's found now.
No, he's never been found.
He needs to change his name to Found the Nomad.
Yeah.
I like Lost the Magic Dragon.
Oh my God! Don't start singing, Andy.
No, I think you called me Lost the Magic Nomad the other day, and I was kind of down for that one.
Could have too, yeah. You know, things are fluid all the time. Shit changes. I mean, I'm constantly updating my fucking files. You know, those files that are in my fucking, that supercomputer thing that we have called our brain. Oh, shit. You can even go fucking better than that, couldn't you?
I bet your file cabinet says you got a whole drawer of how to make butter.
You know, well, I did do it a little bit differently this time. See, because I just
There you go. Another page in the file cabinet.
Hello, Pasco. How are you, Mr. Pasco?
You need a fucking key. You'd find you wouldn't be lost. I don't think so. You lost, you quite enjoy yourself in there, I reckon.
Somebody help me, I'm lost.
I'm in my head. Some people might not be handling it. I reckon you might be able to handle it. I don't think Mark can handle it. Mark, I might fucking freak out Marky out. Some of the shit that's fucking inside here. Eh?
Hey, MJ, Trusty wants to know why you're running from the cops.
We lost him. He's gone off the.
Did we? He's gone off. Oh, too bad.
He ran so fast he outran the internet.
I love that little brown. I love that little brown fucker, man.
He's got a penalty running too fast.
He might have got caught, and they zapped him.
Who's making love to the microphone?
Not me.
Not me.
Probably Andy.
Oh, no, I was actually just fucking taking it off, actually. I'm afraid to fucking mute myself because every time I do it, fucking, I have to restart my computer or it would appear.
It sounds pretty erotic what you're doing to that microphone there, Andy.
Well, that's how they're erotic to me. I could think fucking more erotic things than fucking any sound.
Yeah,
Hey,
Andy,
Andy,
as you
you
can tell,
want-
it don't take much to get Popeye going. So be careful.
Yeah, just fucking a breeze blows across my shit and it stands up, man.
Yeah. Don't mention apples or oranges also.
Yeah. But I'm going to have Andy take my place on RRR, and I'm going to be fully retired.
Now that could cause a lot of trouble, Popeye. Andy could become the new Aloe very quickly.
Oh, yes, he could. Yes, he could.
Who the fuck is Aloe?
I don't. Is there any? is Riff Raff Radio got the channel up with the old videos on there?
Yeah. Oh, it's still there. We left it there.
Okay,
So,
Andy, you need to look up Riff Raff Radio, mate. If someone puts the link in the channel, and go have a look and listen to them, mate. I think you might, yeah, you might be get a bit of a laugh out of that and
you'll
find
have
out what it's all about.
hours and hours of good fun time, Andy, listening to all our old shows.
It was made. The stable crew used to be Aloe de Winter, Popeye, Quentin Ballou, which is a guy called Dave Phelps. Now and again, you have John Doe on there. Roberto Dunn, is it? I think Popeye.
Yeah.
Dick Insider now.
I don't remember Dick and Cider being on there too much. Johnny
He
Warrior
was
was on there a little bit.
He was mostly in the chat, and then every other show we would have asshole of the month on. You know.
Yeah, they let me on every once in a while. I was the asshole of the month every once in a while.
Ed used to be the moderator, but the worst thing they ever did was give him a wrench.
We should promote you to the year.
It wouldn't matter. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, Ed is lightning fast with his fingers, man. Now I know why Filipinas like him.
Filipinas.
The Filipinas.
Oh, you got more than one going on? How many mistresses you got over there, Ed?
I don't have any mistresses. I value what I have. If I ever had a mistress, it'd be gone.
Oh, so you're just a one woman kind of man, huh?
Yes.
Ed's a Don Juan, man. He's got a kid in every fucking province. Don't let him fool you, man.
No.
There you go, Ed.
I might have a kid in every country in Asia. I don't know.
I'll
There
search
you
it
go.
up.
Riff Raff Radio, what the fuck to WTF?
Yeah, I just looked it up and I bookmarked it. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll have a little bit later. Yeah, when there's
When you're just sitting around doing nothing, mate, have a listen to it in the background, and
That's why I'm afraid to go back to Vietnam. I might run into maybe how old would they be? They'd be about 50 years old. No, 40. A 40-year-old redhead, and I think might be mine. So I gotta stay away from Vietnam.
God, a little redheaded Vietnamese. That's fucking scary, Ed.
Yeah,
that's
it's
just
scary.
scary.
It is.
It could be pretty hot too. I don't know.
I have to stay away from Dalat, stay away from Saigon, stay away from Canton. Oh, Jesus, too many places that I have to stay away from.
Well, if you ain't got the knock on the door by now, Ed, I think you're safe.
Yeah.
All right, everybody got fucking quiet. Thunder, what's up with that, man? Somebody fart in the room?
No.
Everybody was thinking about mistresses.
No. I'm just sending a message at the moment. Sorry.
I'll give her my best.
It's obvious, isn't it?
How would it with Frankie? He's gonna kill us or what?
Why you got to bring that name up, Pascal?
Yeah, I see somewhere.
You trying to give us bad juju?
Yeah, of course. I think he's gonna shoot you or me or somebody else who's going on the island or something.
Whoever goes
I
near
guess
his
I don't have
house.
to worry about that. I'm not going to the Philippines anytime soon.
No, whoever goes near his house, he will shoot because he will think that it's a danger to him and his what he calls his wife. If they're in danger, he's going to shoot him. So stay away from Frankie's house.
I think they are more dangerous than we are.
I don't know. The orange skid mark has got mental health issues. Let's just see if we can get the men in white coats to come pick him up.
Yeah, definitely got issues.
That's the best.
I'd prefer to see everyone just ignore him because I reckon that would annoy him
That
even
would probably work too.
Yeah.
That's I believe. If he was just ignored, I think Frank could go away.
I like him. I like to see him to be deported from the Philippines. See what is gonna be his next vlog then.
I don't want him coming back here to the States. So I'm trying to keep him over there.
He'll go back to Hawaii.
Yeah, it's good. Okay.
Well,
But
maybe he'll go.
I want to see what he's gonna do then.
Maybe he'll go back to San Francisco and step on a needle.
Popeye needs a roommate.
Yeah, I need a roommate like I need a fucking hole in the head, Lost. Lost, you know what, man? Fucking, you're not getting any more apples and oranges out of me. Like,
yeah, give him
with
bananas.
comments like that, bro, man. Okay? I thought you were my honeycomb. I really did. I thought you were my honeycomb.
I love you long time, Popeye. Long time.
Hey, bullshit! Watch that, Papa. I paid you $5. Are you kidding?
Yeah, but dude, you never finish.
Shit. Damn, I paid him $5 and he's running around.
You never finish, Ed. I'm gonna have to charge you $10 now.
Well, Ed doesn't swallow, or
yeah, he's not a bird.
No, he's a spitter. That's the problem.
Jesus, Ed, you cheap bastard.
Making me spend money on tissue paper, for Christ's sake.
Well, Ed, that's not often I hear. Not often I hear you so quiet after copping a bit. So I'm guessing we hit a nerve there, mate.
No, I'm coughing. I got something stuck in my throat.
Yeah, we know.
We know it's not Popeye. We know it's not.
Ed, smoke another cigarette. You'll feel better, dude.
Oh, shit.
So what's been happening, Andy?
I'm going to have lunch with the old man tomorrow.
That's
cool. Later today. Say what?
Translate that, Thunder. Translate that.
He's going to have lunch with his father tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
What's the latest conspiracy theory, Andy?
Not tomorrow, today.
Today, sorry, yeah.
Tomorrow for them, maybe.
Yeah, tomorrow for them.
Yeah.
Hey, Andy, say the rain falls mainly on the plain in Spain.
The rain fucking mainly falls on this plane in Spain. Was that close?
Come on, you could do it, Andy.
I wasn't close enough. Oh, shit.
The rain falls mainly on the plain in Spain.
See, we used to say the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
See, there's the reason why I can't say it.
We'll say it that way then.
That whole, us being, well, as you like to put it, down under, as we like to put it, on top of the world.
Up over. We're not down under, we're up over.
We're on top of the world. Yeah.
Well, we're ahead of them.
Yeah, well, that's right. Today, look, honestly, so far, like a Thursday is a wonderful day. Well, yeah, day, I guess, yeah. Day, yeah, that'll work. Might be dark outside, but still feels like daytime to me. Oh my God. Don't tell me none of you understood me.
No, we got you.
Oh, that's good.
Is it Thursday already? Holy shit, I lost today. Damn.
Thursday over there. It's still Wednesday here in the States.
Thursday, 3:40 a.m.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be cooking food. I'm gonna be in the chat, okay?
What time
Yeah,
should we come over?
no worries, Pascal. If you need to come back in again, let me know, mate.
Okay, no problem.
See you in an hour.
Yeah, nah, fucking, so that should be fun.
Sorry, guys. I'll be with you in a minute.
We should.
No worry, Thunder. We'll run the show for you.
Thanks, mate.
Crystal
Actually,
call?
Lost asked you a question.
Lost.
Oh yeah, what's the latest conspiracy you've heard or you're getting into?
I don't really get into it. I just fucking. I don't get into. Look, as far as I'm concerned, I know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Do you get that?
Well, I understand what you mean, but
I'm
there's
aware
plenty of information you can.
lots of fascinating ideas, but what do I know? 100%, I know fuck all. I mean, shit. Like I said, I mean, hell, you know, it's like God even fucking earth to fucking see. I gotta still lean towards something versus nothing. You know, because it's just too many fucking reincarnation, baby. You know, fucking.
Do you believe in anything supernatural?
But as a I see it as a scientific. To fucking you can't. You know, science isn't. You know, we can't explain that, so therefore it's fucking doesn't exist because you know.
No. That's exactly the opposite of what science does.
That's right. So
science tries to explain something. If it can't, it'll say we can't explain it. These are maybe our best ideas.
Well, that's right. But most fucking
thunder just fell off.
Atheists will pull the, you know,
They'll pull what?
You know, how will that work? Fucking, if you're here, we're still here. Oh well, they always pull the fucking whole. There's no scientific evidence for God. Are you there?
Yeah, there is no scientific evidence for anything supernatural. That's why. Well, if you want to just talk what an atheist actually is, it's just someone who is not. They don't believe
anything, and so
there's not enough proof. Like we don't believe in your evidence, or not evidence. We don't believe your statement that God is real. Prove it to me.
I told you there's scientific evidence of fucking of reincarnation, and there's scientific evidence of death experiences.
No, there's evidence of people who have died like on the table, and they come back and they give their account of what they believed happened.
No, but there is actually science. There was a study in Southampton University, probably went from 2010 to 2014, I think, about death experience. This guy, this doctor, he's an emergency doctor. As far as he's concerned, it's death experiences, not fucking near-death experiences. I've had plenty of near-death experiences. Like, I've almost died plenty of times. But death experiences, and I'm just going from what he was saying, some of these people are fucking dead. Dead as a fucking doornail. And then they get fucking brought back to life, and they have... And not everyone remembers shit, but fucking it seems like some people will have certain experiences. Look, there's actually there is a thing I watched that's just pretty wild about this lady that was a fucking a nurse and in a hospice, and all the people. Look, it's fucking just some weird shit, man. And like I said, for me, the but is always there for me because it could be a scientific part of the universe that we just don't understand yet, which seems more likely, and being what is the fucking universe? I mean, for me, the universe is God, if anything, I guess. Fucking.
I'll say the reason I personally, as a guy who has researched the NDEs or near-death experience or death experience, however you want to say it. The problem is they in the United States, most people talk about like the white lie. They saw God, Jesus, something that revolves around Christianity.
No, it's not always. No, that's actually fucking.
No, it's not always there, but the majority of what people talk about
is
is
it's like ghosts. People fucking see ghosts and they get scared. Now,
well, let's just talk about near-death experience right now. Let's just talk about.
Yeah, well, it's all part of the same thing. There's so many paranormal experiences that have happened. We can't discount them all. I mean, you can.
Well, I believe each individual person. Well, let me get back to my point. The reason why I don't buy into any of the death experiences is because, once again, I've looked into this quite a bit. In America, mostly people revolve around the Christian. Not every single person, obviously, but the high percentage are, I saw Jesus, I saw God, white light, seven gates, St. Peter, yada yada, you name it. But if you go to India, for example, nobody has those experiences at all. It's like with Vishnu or Brahma or different types of things. That's why there's it's obviously what you're growing up in, your culture, your beliefs, and so forth, which you actually are seeing or witnessing, whatever it might be after you flatline.
Yeah, no, well, fucking, I've actually seen different things to that. I mean, I'm talking about because I'm been watching. I mean, I'm scientist, man. I'm not fucking, what other people say. I'm listening to the fucking scientists that are fucking saying some pretty wild shit that they fucking say, man. Fucking when it comes, because the brain is actually fucking once the brain fucking stops getting blood, it's not the first thing to fucking die. It's actually every other part of us dies